Good morning, children. How are you all today? Hope you all are doing well. In yesterday's session, we learnt about the reading of maps, and I have given you some of the assignments regarding preparing a route map from your house to the school and prepare a map of our school even. These were two assignments given to you. Hope you have done them. In today's class, we learn about the maps and its ingredients or the components which are present in the map, like scale, directions, and the conventional symbols used in a map. As we have learnt yesterday, the most important features of a map are scale, conventional symbols, and directions. Today I prepare the map of a village and I ask you some questions on these by looking at this map. I divided this box into 4 parts, and the directions are always to the top is north and to the bottom is south, and this is east and this is west. So in this map I am going to show, this is a village map. Let us imagine a Rampur village map it is, okay. Here all agricultural fields are there. Let me show you. This is a river, the symbol of a river, and these are agricultural fields, and there is a railway track. You can find there is a post office. So let us imagine this as a map of the village Rampur, and let me ask you some questions by looking at this map. In which direction of the village the river is flowing? The river is flowing on the eastern side of the village. Am I right? Is it eastern side? Yeah. It's the east and this is the west. Already we have shown you the directions of a map. This is the eastern side and this is the western side. This is the northern side and this is the southern side. So towards the southeastern side, the river is flowing and the agricultural lands are present here. Mountains are present on the western side of the village, whereas railway track, post office, police station, school, and other important government offices are located on the northwestern side of the village, and the city, the residential area, is located on the northeastern side of the village. So with the help of these directions, we try to understand this village map with conventional symbols. These are the symbols, different kinds of symbols. This is a symbol for mountain, this is a symbol for the railway station, this is a symbol for the roadways, and this is a symbol for police station, this is a symbol for post office, and this is a symbol for the river. So likewise we have used different kinds of conventional symbols, and a index box it contains. This index box speaks about the symbols which are mentioned in this map, and its explanation will be given in this index box. Generally in any map you find index, direction, and scale. These are the 3 important ingredients consist by any map. whether it is a political map, physical map, or any thematic map. But when we discuss about the village map, it consists of different kinds of symbols which we need to understand. Hope when you travel on the main road or on a highway, you find different kinds of symbols on the adjacent sides. On your right and left side of your hand, you find different kinds of symbols which are used as a signboards. So those symbols, on those symbols you might have found about a nearby fuel station, nearby restrooms, nearby hotels. So these kind of symbols are called as conventional symbols. These symbols are used even in the making of a map. Symbols make maps to understand more easier. Symbols help us to locate a place very easily on the map. And maps, when we discuss about the maps, when I prepared this village map, we cannot find the height of these mountains, the height of this place, the depth of this river. So maps are present without showing the heights these are. But generally on a map even heights can be shown. The lines which tell about the height of a place on a map are called as contour lines. Contour lines. These are the lines which are drawn on the map in order to understand the height of the place from the mean sea level. It's nothing but sea level, 0 meters. All the water bodies in the world, especially oceans and seas, are interconnected. So everything in the world is measured from the sea level. That will be considered as a 0 meters, and we measure from that sea level the height of the land masses. For example, Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world. So how did we come to an understanding that Mount Everest is the highest? It is measured from the sea level, and no other mountain peaks possess that height. 8,848 meters above the sea level, the peak is located. So this is how mean sea level is taken as a 0 meters, and from there we measure all the landforms. And when we talk about the uses of the map, maps are used in different ways. Maps are used in present day life for various purposes. Previously, in the ancient days, maps were kept secret, not to get the detailed maps to the enemies. But now, with the help of the Google Maps, even you people know what are the Google Maps. With the help of Google Maps, we can easily get the maps more accurately and more fastly. So these maps help us in locating the places, in finding out the information about the nearby places, and even where to construct the dams, where to construct the roads, what is the height and what is the terrain of the place, and even different kinds of maps are drawn in order to find out the different information. For population, you can draw the population map. For climate, you can draw the climatic maps. So different kinds of maps are drawn in order to understand different aspects of the life. So this is how maps are useful in our day-to-day life. Thank you, children. In the next class, we shall learn more about the maps, and today's work is prepare a map of the village, of any village which you have come across. Okay, and it should consist of directions, it should consist of a conventional symbols and an index box, and see that all these are covered. Different conventional symbols are covered. You can take help of the textbook and complete the activity. Thank you, children.